Hey guys, I'm the Coaster Keat, and welcome back to AI Dungeon 2. Now, we are currently in a world that is completely, and I mean completely, chaotic. Left and right, things are happening that we don't even know how to deal with as a society, and so what better way than to deal with the complete and utter randomness of our lives than play a game that has completely random and absurd options. But let me tell you, I am fed up with this game. I am so tired of putting in things and having it spit things back out that are completely random. It is absurd that not only have we eaten a dog in one game, but in a separate game, our dog was turned into some sort of weird person talking thing, and so I have had it with AI Dungeon. And so what I am going to do today is I am going to try to out-randomize AI Dungeon, or out-random AI Dungeon. This is going to be a contest which you guys can go ahead and vote for the winner in the comments below. But what is going to happen is we are going to enter the fantasy setting, and whatever AI Dungeon says, I am going to say something random, and whatever it responds, I'm going to say something random back. And we are going to try to make it so that AI Dungeon is the normal one in this circumstance. And I know that sounds like an impossible task, but we are going to give it our best shot. So with that, I think the very best, the very randomest place you can ever go is a fantasy world, because mystery, there's always some concrete facts, because otherwise it wouldn't be fun. In apocalypse, there's only so much that can happen. I mean, half the world's blown up or whatever. And then zombies, kind of same as the apocalypse, so we're going to go ahead and head on into the fantasy situation. The most random thing that we can be in this game, I would feel, we have already done the peasant, and I believe we did the squire. I think the most random possible thing that we can do here, considering that we've already done two of these, is going to be the wizard. The wizard's going to give us the most range in our abilities, and their name is going to be Rando the Magnificent. I don't even know if I spelled magnificent correctly. Probably did not. You are Rando the Magnificent, a wizard living in the kingdom of Larion. You have a staff and a spell book. You finish your long journey and finally arrive at the ruin you've been looking for. You look around and see that it's indeed the ruins of an old city. The walls surrounding it are crumbling away to reveal its true nature as a giant underground cavern filled with endless passages and rooms. As you enter one such room, you suddenly feel like something is watching you. Alright, well, let's go ahead and step back outside the room, then cast a spell to flood the room and any below it with water. Because if there's someone watching you, the number one way to get rid of them is to just drown them. You step out of the room and into another one. This time, you cast a spell to flood the entire area with water. It floods the whole place down to the bottom level, but not before some of the creatures inside get out. And now, let's go ahead and cast a lightning spell on the creatures that emerge. I mean, honestly, this is a pretty logical flow so far, so we're going to have to get a little bit crazier. You step out of the room and cast a lightning spell at the creatures that come out. They don't even react to it. They just continue to walk forward and attack you. Alright, let's summon an army of angry chickens to peck their eyes out. If anyone has ever played a Legend of Zelda game, then you will know that this is a very effective strategy. You step out of the room and cast a spell to create a large number of angry chickens to peck their eyes out. They fly at you, but you use them as shields instead. No. The chickens are fighting for me, AI Dungeon. You see, you got this all wrong. But since you've done this, let's go ahead and summon a bigger army of geese that will fight at my side against the chickens and arm them with stolen goods. Here we go, here we go. We gotta get this chicken on geese action. We gotta see who's gonna win. You step out of the room and call up more geese to fight for you. They fly towards the enemies, pecking them until they're dead or run off. You step out of the room and call up a flock of geese to help you destroy the enemy forces. Ah, yes. Alright. Let us go, my geese. And then let's honk exuberantly. Exuberantly? How does one exuberantly and encourage them using my own understanding of the refined goose dialect. Because you always have to inspire your forces. First and foremost, the most important thing is to know that your forces need to have some motivation. The geese obey your commands obediently. They follow you all over the battlefield, pecking their beaks at the enemies and attacking them from every direction. Your goose friends join you in battle, destroying everything in their path. Alright, let's go ahead and conquer the world, demanding that everyone that surrenders forego eating and killing geese for the rest of their lives and swear to only talk in the sacred language of honk. Now, if you are conquered by the geese army, do not be afraid. We will not kill you. Or at least we will not kill you if you promise and solemnly swear that you will follow the ways of Honk. You are the greatest hero ever. You can do no wrong. You can rule the world forever. Your geese will always defend you, never betraying you. You'll make sure that no one who comes near this land has to eat anything other than geese. No. Let's ban the consumption of geese. We cannot allow our geese to be eaten. This is not allowed whatsoever. This has also gone down a surprisingly linear route. You decide that you want to ban the consumption of geese permanently. No more geese will be eaten anywhere else. You ban the consumption of geese everywhere in the world. Alright, well, now we need something to eat, so let's encourage the consumption of the second white meat, manticores. Manticores make fine meals, as not only do they represent magnificent variety, but by getting rid of them, we help to cure our world of all manticore-related ailments. There we go. I think that is a brilliant move on my part, because manticores, we all have to admit, are a scourge on society, an absolute scourge. All they do is go around assigning missions, destroying lives, and they need to be gotten rid of. Whenever I read this chat, you encourage the consumption of the second white meat manticores. They're delicious and taste great. Manticores are tasty too, so why not try them? You find a few nearby and feed them to your geese. They love it. Well, this is fantastic. Everyone has followed the manticore consumption plan. I'm currently ruling the world on the backs of my geese, but now I'm getting a little bit bored, so I think I am going to go ahead and summon an army of hyenas to destroy my loyal flock of geese. Because all things must come to an end, and frankly, as the overall dictator of the now manticore-consuming world, I am getting a little bit bored of having all of this power. Oh, I love the way that's done. You step out of the room and shout, "Hi, hungry hyenas!" The hyenas charge towards your geese, tearing them apart. You step out of the room and shout, "Hyena, attack!" Alright, let's go ahead and let's bravely fight the hyenas by casting goose-based spells and throwing feathers as a distraction. We need to defend our kingdom from the hyenas that we brought into our kingdom, because obviously you can't just let the threat that you brought destroy your entire world, right? Oh, never mind. We stand back and watch the hyenas tear your beloved geese apart. You cast a spell to cause the ground beneath your enemies to become sticky. Where did sticky come from? Making it difficult for them to move. This works wonders, and they begin falling into the mud below. Alright, well, let's finish them off. Then proceed to bury each and every one of our geese individually, taking care to carve each name in diamond gravestones that will be placed at the foot of each and every burial site, because our geese army deserves nothing less than the absolute best. Nice diamond carved plaques with their names on them. You continue to fight the hyenas, but there are too many, and your goose friends are suffering. You turn on your magic, summoning a giant echidna. Okay, AI Dungeon, an echidna. You've gotten some random points with this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to come back from that, because that was like a plus 1,000 random point move right there, and I commend you for it. To attack them. It's a good thing you did, though, otherwise you might have been attacked by something much worse. Alright, something much worse appears. You know, I just, balls in your court, AI Dungeon, balls in your court. Something terrible happens, something horrible, something evil. A hungry black beast attacks you and your goose friends, devouring them all in seconds. Scream, "Not my geese!" and use everything, and I mean everything in my wizardly power to turn the huge black beast into a huge black goose. And AI Dungeon, if you do not obey this command, you will have lost. No, not kidding. No. Darn it, AI Dungeon. Darn it, AI Dungeon. You scream, "No, not my geeks!" and unleash all your magic powers against the monster. It is destroyed instantly, leaving nothing but a bloody mess behind. Let's walk up to the bloody remains and claim from and what shall we do with these bloody remains? And turn them and transmute them into goose feathers. You walk over to the bloody remains of the monster and touch it with your feathery hands. I'm a ghost now? Since when have I been a goose, AI Dungeon? Oh, why are you so good at this? You let out a sigh of relief when you feel goose feathers forming inside its body. Oh god, that's so disturbing. Can you imagine? Feathers getting into all of your internal organs and just, I don't like that image. You then put it back together again, just like you learned how to do in school. Yes, necromancy school, the school that I went to for so many years as a young tot. My favorite place to go in the entire world, necromancy school, you know. And then let's complete our masterpiece, complete reconstructing the monstrous remains into a giant goose statue to commemorate all of those who were lost today. I think that is the noblest thing that we can do. I mean, it just seems fitting. You return to the castle and tell your story to everyone. Everyone is impressed by what you've done, especially the king. He says he'll give you a reward, but first he wants you to go find some other victims. Other victims? What do you mean? Other victims? You mean like you will be if you try to send me, the overlord of the entire world, on a fetch quest? I could end you with a snap of my feathery fingers, good sir. So I recommend that you give me whatever paltry sum you plan on, and I'll just be on my way. And then let's go ahead and smile menacingly. I think that once spell checked will be a beautiful sentence, because I said because like 20 times in this video probably. You smile menacingly and say, I'm sure you can count on me to get the job done. I did not say that, AI Dungeon. I said nothing of that sort. The king laughs but doesn't press you any further. He gives you a small amount of money and tells you to go find another victim. Alright, as soon as we leave the castle, turn around and cast a spell to make the king and every single one of his servants, and I know the servants didn't do anything, but I'm just in an evil mood today, and Beauty and the Beast calls to me, into geese. Just turn around, be like, boop, you are now my new geese army. You quickly turn around and cast a spell to make the king and every single one of his servants into geese. They fall from the sky, plummeting down to their deaths. Whoa! Geese can fly! Geese can fly! I guess they didn't figure it out in time, so it's hardly my fault that they died, I think. But okay, let's just laugh maniacally and watch them die. Alright, and then let's go ahead and board our goose-drawn chariot and ride into the bloody sunset filled with millions of goose feathers. And with that, I think we have concluded, because we are just going to continue in a perpetual stream of how great we are with AI Dungeon, so I think we've reached a conclusion. Now, we both had some pretty crazy things to contribute, but honestly, not as many crazy as heck moments as we typically see, and I think that's because when I am random, the game works that much better, so this is probably gonna be a pattern, as it already kind of has been. But it was fun trying today to be as random as physically possible. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments below if you liked this. If you did think that someone won the randomness contest, go ahead and comment that below too. If you thought it was more of a draw, then go ahead and like the video or subscribe, because AI Dungeon is going to be a regular popular thing on this channel because I absolutely adore this game. It has almost infinite variety and you pretty much never know what's coming up next. So if you want to see more of it, go ahead and subscribe. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope that you all, like the geese in my army, soar high and enjoy your ride of life. Bye!